Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in The Room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
It's Yankees baseball on the Fan.
Base set on the third, down the left field line. Rolling to the left field corner, exclamation. Scoring is Bader on the second. Trevino with a double. Line to left center field. There's a base hit. And it's in the gap. Coming around is Donaldson. He scores. It's a ribby double for Oswaldo Cabrera. Swung on, drilled to deep left. That ball is going to be gone. A grand slam to win the game. A no-one-out, bases loaded grand slam. Bottom of the ninth. A Stantonian home run. A bullet line drive in the left field seat.
Yankees baseball is presented by Jeep. Great deals and your next great adventure await at Jeep Adventure Days. So get to your Jeep brand dealer today. And also brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. The New York City Vision Zero Initiative. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all. Kodak and the Global Lyme Alliance, striking out Lyme disease at GLA.org. Black Bear Deli Meats and Cheeses. Enjoy the old world style flavor, only at ShopRite. Your local tri-state area Audi dealer. Verdon LLP Accountants and Advisors. The New York Lottery. 877 Cars for Kids. That's cars with a K. To donate your car today. Baker Tilly. Now for tomorrow. Mike's Amazing. The official mayo and mustard of the New York Yankees. Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. The Oderno Law Firm. Visit o2law.com. Hyundai and your local Hyundai dealers. Total Orthopedics. The experts at getting you back to being you. And by Old Dominion Freight Line. The official freight carrier of the Yankees Radio Network.
And a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to Yankee Stadium. Is tonight's the night he's going to do it? We shall see later, and we will be back with the starting lineups and more after this. This is the New York Yankees Radio Network.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Michael Phelps.
You know, I think for me in 2014, when I found myself in that dark place where I didn't want to be alive in those 4 days when I was in my room by myself, after sitting there and thinking about everything, I wanted to find a different way. I wanted to find a different answer. I was sick and tired of feeling how I felt. And that's why I started to seek help. And that's when I checked myself into a treatment center.
More at imlistening.org. Talk saves lives.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick one or two players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
And tonight's starting lineups are sponsored by Campbell's Chunky Classic Chicken Noodle Soup that eats like a meal. For Alex Cora's Boston Red Sox, they're 6-10 against the Yankees this season, 19 games out of first place. Kike Hernandez is the second baseman, and he is leading off. The number 2 hitter is the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Tommy Pham in left batting third. Alex Verdugo is the right fielder. He is batting cleanup. Xander Bogaerts gets the night off, so no batting average chase tonight between Judge and Bogaerts. J.D. Martinez is the DH, and he is batting 5th. Tristan Casas is the first baseman, batting 6th. Rob Refsnyder is in center field, batting 7th. Reese McGuire behind the plate, batting 8th. And Yu Chang is the shortstop, and he is batting 9th. For the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge in center field, and he is leading off. That was timed perfectly. They just showed him on the board. Giancarlo Stanton is the DH, and he is batting 2nd tonight. Gleyber Torres is at 2nd, batting 3rd. Josh Donaldson is the third baseman, and he is batting cleanup. And tonight's cleanup hitter brought to you by Winters Brothers, keeping Long Island clean and green. Visit wintersbros.com. Oswaldo Cabrera is in right field tonight. He is batting 5th. Jose Trevino is behind the plate, and he is batting 6th. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at shortstop, batting 7th. Marwin Gonzalez is at first base. He is batting 8th. And Aaron Hicks gets the start tonight in left field, and he is batting 9th. The defensive alignment is sponsored by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Bethpage Federal Credit Union, offering great rates and low fees. Visit lovebethpage.com today. When the Yankees take their positions in the field in just a few minutes, it will be Aaron Hicks in left, Aaron Judge in center, and Oswaldo Cabrera is in right. Josh Donaldson at third, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at short, Gleyber Torres is at second, Marwin Gonzalez is at first. And today's starting battery is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Every battery for your needs. Garrett Cole is on the mound, 12-7, 3.41 ERA, and Jose Trevino is behind the plate. And if you're wondering why Harrison Bader is not in and Anthony Rizzo is not in, just a day off. Don't forget, Harrison Bader just spent the last couple of months in a boot, and he's played 3 days in a row. There's a day game tomorrow following the night game tonight, so you can let him rest a day. The same thing with Anthony Rizzo. Remember, he's had back problems, and day game after night game, it's a lefty, so you might as well sit him. He will play tomorrow afternoon. There's nothing wrong with anybody. Just trying to do this smartly, says Aaron Boone, so that you don't do too much. You got to wait for October to really get this going. You don't want anybody getting re-injured, particularly the way both of them have started to play. Now it is time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Audi. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. Well, for the Yankees against Rich Hill, he's got that great curveball. He also throws strikes, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to pitch Aaron Judge. Last night, it was aggressive, but it was just off. And what is it, three walks out of 5 plate appearances and that one ball to the wall. By the way, Aaron Judge said that he got a little under it, and he did not think it was going out. And Aaron Boone said maybe it had not been so cold, it would have, but Aaron Judge said he knew that he did not get all of it. So it's how they attack Rich Hill after that, and see if they can get him out of the game and get into that bullpen, because that is always a good idea. And as for Garrett Cole, home runs to the Red Sox, there's been a lot of them, and he's got to start to get geared up for these playoffs. And Garrett Cole is coming in from the bullpen right now with his catcher, Jose Trevino, and the rest of the stars. It looks like the whole bullpen is trailing in and back of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, plus 2 up in the front with Garrett Cole as they come in. Rich Hill is still out there, and he's getting ready to come in right now. The umpire alignment is brought to you by your Tri-Acura dealers. Umps are not out of the tunnel quite yet. A little late. They should be out any second now. And it'll be Brian Knight behind the plate. Clinton Vondrak is the first base umpire. Chris Conroy is the crew chief, and he is at second base tonight. And Carlos Torres is the third base umpire. Today's game time temperature is brought to you by Habitat Wireless Wi-Fi Thermostat. You made your apartment a home. We will make your home your habitat. Visit habitattechnologies.com. It is really chilly here, and I've got a coat on already, and it hasn't even started yet. It's been very, very windy here. No rain in the area, but it is 57 degrees, and with the wind, it feels like 54. Supposedly it's supposed to get warmer again tomorrow and Sunday, but right now 57 degrees, feels like 54. The low tonight here in the Bronx will be at about 47 degrees, but there is a wind swirling around. I don't know that it's blowing out. Those flags are pretty still right now, but you could feel it on the field at batting practice. The wind is really swirling around down there. And tonight's national anthem, Salute to America, is performed by the United States Army Band and is brought to you by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, supporting America's heroes since 9/11. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game after this. This is the New York Yankees Radio Network.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Lead off the day with MLB Central, starring Dero, Lauren, and Roflo. Live.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, now I'm in.
100%.
With baseball's latest buzz and breakdowns.
We come here to get tough.
I know how to fight. Another mind scrambler right out of the chute.
And daily guests from all around the horn.
Oh, yeah, it does look good on camera.
I thought we were friends.
MLB Central, weekday mornings 9 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
And we are back here at Yankee Stadium as Garrett Cole leads the New York Yankees out onto the field for the start of this game. There's a couple of notes on Cole, by the way. Also, 12-7, 3.41 ERA. He's had his problems with the Red Sox. But Garrett Cole has a Major League Baseball high 236 strikeouts this year. He needs 12 to tie Ron Guidry for a single season strikeout record. Ron Guidry had 248 in that magical year for Guidry, 1978. So that's just something to keep an eye on, 12 short of Guidry's record. So left to right in your outfield, Hicks, Judge, and Cabrera around the horn. Donaldson at third, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at short, Torres at second. Gonzalez is at first, and Cole on the mound, and Trevino is behind the plate. Kind of interesting with the Red Sox. They are 3-3 in their last 6, 12-12 in their last 24, 6-10 against the Yankees this season. They are 19 games in back of the Yankees, the Red Sox. And we're kind of waiting to be told by Apple that we can go. We'll wait. Garrett Cole will keep throwing a baseball, people just wandering around. And there will obviously, as they have done every day now, there will be special baseballs every time Aaron Judge has an at-bat. There will be baseballs that will be thrown in that are totally different, and it looks like that Garrett Cole is ready now. We are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth, and as Kike Hernandez steps up to the plate, stepping up to the microphone as the voice of the New York Yankees, here is John Sterling.
Well, Susan, I thank you, and once again, good evening, everyone. Will this be the night? I love it. All the media is here. Oh, the media here. And everyone asks each other, is this the night? Is he going to hit one tonight? How would you know? How would you possibly know? Garrett Cole deals and Kike Hernandez takes a strike, and we're underway. Remember, the bigger thing for the Yankees, their magic number is 6. Any combination of Yankee wins and Toronto losses adding up to. In the press box, they're all wearing heavy winter clothing.
It's cold.
It changed in just a couple of days. Here is the 1-2. Struck him out swinging breaking ball. So there's one away. And that will bring up Rafael Devers. It has to be mentioned. It's mentioned every time a Cole pitches against Boston. Devers is 7 for 28 lifetime. Well, that's really just 250. But he's hit 6 home runs. In other words, 7 hits and 6 home runs gives you an idea. Now, he's a left-hand hitter with great power, and great power all over the ballpark. And he hits the ball to left and left center a lot. Cole deals a strike. Overall, Devers at 291, 27 homers, 84 RBIs. Big-time player.
And don't forget, remember, this is the guy that Garrett Cole said, you guys have any idea how to pitch to him? Because he was just getting clobbered by him. And he's gotten him out, pitching him up and in. That we saw it at Fenway.
0-1. I pitched low, and the count 1-1. That's what I thought. Pitch him up. But if you miss a little bit, you're going to hit it out.
Up and in on him. That's how we got him in Boston. Got him twice.
Here's the 1-1. There's a strike outside corner. So today, Boone sits down Bader and Rizzo, and you got to pat him on the back. He's done it all year long. He gives players rest when they're coming off an injury, etc. And he's not afraid to go to his bench. So today, Hicks is playing and Gonzalez is playing. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out swinging, change away. Pretty pitch. And they're a 2-way.
And here's a lot of the reason, and we've seen the way Harrison Bader plays with such abandon. Don't forget, this guy was in a boot for 2 months. He's played 3 games, and you can see him running all over the place, and they want to keep him healthy. And they'll both play tomorrow, day game after night game. You know, we're used to this all year.
Here's Tommy Pham. He cuts and misses. A hard breaking ball down and away. His slider. I haven't given you Cole's numbers. I will at some point. He has one negative. That's home runs. He gives up home runs. The 0-1, a bouncer. As far as strikeouts to walks, 233 strikeouts, 236 strikeouts, 47 walks. He averages just 2.5 walks per 9, and his strikeout to walk ratio is 5-1. So what's negative? Well, he's given up 29 home runs, or 1 every 6 innings. Now here's the 1-1. Pham hits one to right field toward the line. Judge coming back, and that ball is gone into the first row. Well, he gives up home runs. So Pham goes the other way and hits the ball in the first row in right field, and Boston takes a very quick first inning 1-0 lead.
And that's the 30th home run that he's given up this year. 337 feet down the right field, just over the over that fence. Boy, the words hadn't even come out of your mouth yet about the home runs.
So 30 home runs now. And the funny thing is, he doesn't give up a lot of hits. Coming into the game, Cole had thrown 182 innings and given up just 140 hits. 42 less hits than innings pitched. But I guess, Susan, when he gives up a hit, it goes a long way.
Well, there's a lot of green out there. Can it just go in between a couple of fielders? Does it have to leave the park?
Verdugo takes a strike. The Red Sox lineup is righty-lefty throughout the entire lineup. Verdugo, a lefty hitter at 279, 9 homers, 67 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Pitch inside. For Tommy Pham, that was his 17th home run, his 60th RBI. He was hitting 247. So 1-0 Boston, 2 outs, no one on here in the top of the first inning. And Cole's 1-1 is high in the count 2-1.
We just saw that pitch again, and the problem is it was a backdoor pitch, and he was supposed, if it starts in on Pham and then moves away, it just ends up on the outside part of the plate. But this didn't. This started in the inside part of the plate and moved back over the middle, which is why he got it. And
he drove it the other way, and if someone says, well, it was just in a row. And if it's a home run, it's a home run. Whether they go 370 or 470, pitch is low to Verdugo in the count 3-1.
And that seems to be a stat that everybody is doing. Well, that wouldn't have gone out in 28 parks. Well, you're playing in this one.
Right. Absolutely. Here is the 3-1. Line to right field down the line. There's a base hit. Chased down by Cabrera, who turns and fires towards second. It's a double for Verdugo. A line drive down the right field line. And a runner at second now with 2 men out. And here is J.D. Martinez.
And that pitch was up. That was just, he missed right over the middle of the plate. Verdugo is a very aggressive base runner. He's going to second all the way on that one.
Martinez at 270, 12 homers, 55 RBIs. He has a lot of at-bats against Cole. Pitch hit on the ground to first. Gonzalez stumbles but goes to the bag, touches up to end the inning. So for Boston, the home run by Pham, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. At the end of a half. It's Boston 1, Yankees are coming to bat on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, 1 bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
Ready to pop the question? Let your love sparkle with Blue Nile. Blue Nile has helped millions of couples create their perfect engagement ring. Their easy online tools will let you choose the diamond shape, size, and clarity, as well as setting style. Blue Nile's bench jewelers will then handcraft her one-of-a-kind engagement ring, the perfect ring to celebrate your love. Right now, go to BlueNile.com and use code RADIO to save $50 on your purchase of $500 or more with guaranteed free shipping and returns.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Odyssey knows that football fans can't get enough football.
That's why we've got nonstop football coverage on the free Odyssey app. Podcasts and live shows dedicated to every pro team. NFL play-by-play and enough game talk for the most diehard fans. Local radio stations talking football, interviews with star players and coaches, and football fans being fans.
What kind of play calling was that?
Listen to everything you love about football, live and on demand with the free Odyssey app. Get in the game and download today.
Now we go to the bottom of the first inning, and Aaron Judge is the leadoff hitter. So the place is excited already. Rich Hill, the left-hander, deals, and the pitch is outside 1-0. Hill, fastball and breaking ball, those a lot of curveballs. Does not throw hard. Is a 5-inning pitcher. The 1-0, cut out and missed. And he's a really good pitcher. He now, at the end of his career, is down to 5 innings at a time. They look to get him out after 5. He's 7-7 and an ERA of 4.70. Breaking balls inside 2-1.
And he hasn't faced Judge this year. Judge is 2 for 4 off him in other years, but Hill is a good pitcher, but he hangs one of those curveballs and it could go a long way if he recognizes it.
The 2-1 is high, fastball, and the count 3-1. He spots the fastball because it doesn't even reach 90 usually. Goes a lot of curves. 3-1, cut out and missed, 3-2.
And that 84 miles an hour, that's what he does. He doesn't hit 90. If he hits 90, it's not very often.
Everybody has the cameras out. Here is the 3-2. Struck him out swinging. Fastball up. So Judge strikes out, and there's one away. And that will bring up Giancarlo. Rizzo is not playing. They just want to make sure that he's healthy. And the Yankees expect to play in the playoffs a long time. At least they're hoping that. And that's the same reason Bader isn't playing. He just got here. As Susan said, he was in a boot for a couple of months. So Stanton moves up into the 2-hole. The Yankees do not have a very deep batting order tonight. Pitch is high. But some guys contribute, and you be the last guy you'd expect to contribute. So that's not an excuse. You play major league players. Here's the 1-0. Cut on a miss. Stanton's at 215, 28 homers, 75 RBIs, and just 2 for 11 off Hill. Although the Yankees haven't faced Hill in a long time. So I would forget about those numbers. 1-1 is inside, back to the screen.
The Barnes Firm reminds you this copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. If you're injured, one call to make. The Barnes Firm. Call 1-800-8-million for a free case evaluation.
The 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And there is Verdugo right near the track. When he hit the ball, I really thought it had a lot more behind it. It died, and Verdugo caught it about a step or so in front of the track. Oh, there are 2.
And you know why also, look at these numbers? Rich Hill has been pitching for what, like 15, 20 years? I mean, he's in his 40s now.
Right.
So when was it?
And he was on the Yanks for a short time.
Yeah, for a year.
Gleyber Torres takes a strike, and at that time, Susan and I thought very, very highly of Rich Hill.
Tremendous man.
Yeah, very lovely, intelligent, educated man. The 0-1 is grounded to third. Devers fields and throws out Torres, so the Yankees are down 1-2-3 in the first inning. At the end of 1, Boston leads it 1-0 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Hey guys, Mike Valeni for Cash the Ticket podcast. If you like sports betting or if you just like sports, it's the podcast for you. We try to cover all the big games and maybe some of the games you didn't even know were important, give you some angles, pick some winners, have a good time, and hopefully help you meander through college and pro football season. So join us a couple times a week to get all your information you need to bet the games that you watch. It's Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
That bell means there's a new tire store in Yorkville, Bell Tire. It also means you'll get up to $200 off a set of 4 tires at our grand opening sale. We want you to come get tires, but we don't want you to come back until you have to. That's why Bell Tire will give you up to $200 off 4 tires, plus more free lifetime tire services to help you get more out of your tires. $200 off 4 tires. What are you waiting for? Come get the lowest tire price, period, at Bell Tire. See store belltire.com for details. Now open on Market View Drive.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Michael Phelps.
You know, I think for me in 2014, when I found myself in that dark place where I didn't want to be alive in those 4 days when I was in my room by myself, after sitting there and thinking about everything, I wanted to find a different way. I wanted to find a different answer. I was sick and tired of feeling how I felt. And that's why I started to seek help. And that's when I checked myself into a treatment center.
More at imlistening.org. Talk saves lives.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Now we go to the top of the second inning. Boston leads it 1-0 on a home run by Tommy Pham, a right-hand hitter, hit it the opposite way in right field. And Verdugo then doubled, but the Yankees got Martinez on a ground ball. So here is the left-hand hitting Tristan Casas, left-hand hitter, and Cole deals a strike. Casas is only 4 for 42. He has 3 homers and 5 RBIs. However, honesty tells me that he's hit 2 of the 3 home runs against the Yankees. So is Reese McGuire, also never hits home run. The 0-1 was a strike in the count 0-2.
Scoreboard update is brought to you by Food Bazaar Supermarket, feeding your way of life. Visit foodbazaar.com for store locations. We'll give you a couple of scores. Toronto's at Tampa Bay. They're just underway. No score. Mitch White for Toronto. Jeffrey Springs for Tampa.
0-2, low 1-2.
Seattle and Kansas City will be at 8:10. Marco Gonzalez against Brady Singer. Cleveland is building up a nice lead there at Texas at 8.
I don't think they have won that Central.
Boy, and that's something.
So they'd be the number 1 of the 4 wild cards. Pitch is low. St. Louis would be the same in the National League. There'll be a 2-2. And if you're wondering about the Yankees, if and when, I'm going to say when, they clinch first place, they will meet the winner of Cleveland, whoever. Now here's the 2-2 to Casas. And the pitch struck him out swinging, fastball away. That was 98. That was a tough pitch to hit. Fastball 98 away.
Mets are in Oakland at 9:40. Chris Bassett against Cole Irvin. Also, Atlanta and Philadelphia just underway. They're scoreless. Jake Odorizzi against Aaron Nola. You know, if it ended today, it would be Cleveland against Seattle, right?
Right. And the Yankees would play the winner of those 3 games, all of which would be played in Cleveland. One little change. Pitch is low. And so the other 2 teams would then be Tampa and Toronto, who are playing right now. But who gets the 3 games? That's the biggie. And they're separated by just a game, I think. Well, 1-0, the count on our old buddy, Rob Refsnyder, who's had a very good year as an extra outfielder for Boston. Here's the 1-0, foul back. Refsnyder, 309, 5 homers, 17 RBIs. And he hasn't had just a few at-bats. He's had over 100 at-bats, so he's really had a good year.
And he's back to being the hitter he was when we first met him years ago. That line drive hitter, and doesn't have that uppercut anymore, has stopped trying to hit home runs. He's a line drive hitter, always was.
1-1, breaking ball. Did he go? He did. And the count 1-2. Yankee fans, home or away, stay connected to your team with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage. 1 out, no one on, top of the second, 1-0 Boston. Refsnyder is so valuable because kind of like Cabrera or Gonzalez, he can play everywhere. the infield spots and the outfield. 1-2 is low. Well, if he can hit like this, which I know he can, I don't know, he's going to be 300 hitter all the time, but he can get his base hits. He's very valuable. That's a good guy to have on the bench, right? That'll be a 2-2. And the pitch grounded to first. Gonzalez to the bag, and they're 2-away.
I remember when Russ Snyder was here, he and Judge, very, very close friends, have same backgrounds and did a lot of charities together. They were very close coming up through the minor league system.
So it's 2-down. Here is Reese McGuire. Here's what I read, Susan. You know, there's all kinds of notes, but this one I put in my mind. McGuire's at 278, 2 homers, 21 RBIs, both homers against the Yanks. And herein lies, as they say, the rest of the story.
Yeah.
McGuire is a left-hand hitter, and Cole deals, swung on, and a high pop to shallow center. Judge coming in and makes the catch to end the inning. Well, what I read was he hadn't hit a home run 122 at-bats. He's hit 2 against the Yankees in a couple of weeks. Go figure it out. 3 up and 3 down. And at the end of an inning and a half, 1-0 Boston. The WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jim.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Fantasy football leagues are won on the waiver wire and with trades and with savvy starter sit decisions. The Fantasy Football Today podcast will help you along the way with the best advice on how to manage your team and dominate your league. With 8 episodes per week, Fantasy Football Today is the only resource you'll need. Start, sit, grade the trade, fantasy cops to settle your league disputes, and so much more. Check out Fantasy Football Today anywhere podcasts are found.
MLB Network is back in action for the new season.
Let me get a little more.
And we've got 2 new shows to prove it. At 3 Eastern, sit back and celebrate the game in a new way with Off Base.
Taking this thing to an entirely different level.
Then at 5 Eastern, get all the baseball and betting news on Pregame Spread.
We'll look at baseball from a wide lens, maybe stumble into a few laps.
So get a little more this season. Weekdays on MLB Network.
Well, Yankee fans, shop the New Era Authentic Collection at the Yankees team store and NewEraCap.com. New Era, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball. Donaldson swings and lifts a fly ball down the right field line. Verdugo makes the catch right at the wall. In fact, he made the catch and fell into the wall right by the foul pole. That ball was within a couple of feet of fans' home run. Donaldson was at 229, 15 homers, 58 RBI.
It's the Acme home run inning. The Yankees have hit over 50 homers in the second inning this season. You can hit a home run, too, by shopping at Acme. And I just looked it up. Rich Hill is now 42 years old.
Whoa.
Yep. He was a Cubs number 4 pick out of the University of Michigan.
Pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner.
20 years ago.
Whoa.
He had a lot of injuries, and that was kept him in, and he used really great year with the Yankees to turn that injury. He had got some nice money from the Dodgers as a free agent, then back with the Red Sox. He is a Boston kid, so
Pitch, cut on a miss. You know, we were both very happy for Rich Hill when he signed with the Dodgers because he got, quote unquote, his contract. And since he's very intelligent, I'm sure his wife is as well, you know, they're okay as far as money. The 0-2 fastball is high. Cabrera's at 225, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. There'll be a 1-2 to Oswaldo, and the pitch is swung on and looped down the right field line, and that's going to dunk in for a base hit. Verdugo tried to slide, but he had the good sense, though, to knock it down because he wasn't going to get it. So there's a base hit for Cabrera,
who continues to impress every single time he seems to do something, doesn't he?
Yes. And since we know he can play everywhere and play well, and now he's becoming a little bit of a hitter, he does everything right. And we would be very surprised. Forget about the Yankees, but we would be very surprised if he doesn't become a big-time player. Whatever big-time player is, but a contributor to a winning team. That's a better way to phrase it. Now here is Trevino. And the pitch is a breaking ball inside. Trevino at 255, 10 homers and 40 RBIs.
Cabrera has 7 multi-hit games. He's got 4 2-hit games and 3 3-hit games and 1 4-hit game.
Pitch is low, 2-0. He just seems to do the right things. He does it on the base paths. He does it at bat, slowly but surely. You know, it takes a while. And he's starting to find out how to do it at bat. And a switch hitter at that. He leads off first. There's the 2-0. And there's a strike, 2-1.
First pitch at the bottom of the second was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball and was brought to you by Optimum, now delivering the fastest internet speeds up to 5 gig.
Now here's the 2-1 coming to Trevino. Cabrera leads off first pitch. Hit in the air, foul down the right field line and into the seats. The count holds 2-2.
One of the Boston writers just posted up that Hill used cutters on Aaron Judge, and that last strikeout was a cutter, and usually he doesn't go to the cutter till later on in the game, so he's got a plan for Aaron Judge. Doesn't want to hang one of those curves, I would think.
Now here's the 2-2 to Trevino. And the pitch is hit in the air to left field. Pham in front of the track makes the catch. He had a step to go before hitting the track. And they're 2-away. The cutter is a fastball, but it moves on finger pressure. Well, like everything that would be finger pressure. And it moves a little. And after all, Mariano made the cutter famous. Well, that's a good pitch to use. He doesn't throw hard anyway, so his losing speed is not a big thing.
Not at all. So he throws maybe 89 with the fastball, but it looks like that fastball and then just cuts a little bit, gets you off stride.
Good pitch. Well, here is kind of Falefa with 2 outs. And there's a strike. Except that Brian Knight didn't call it a strike. I did. And he's the only one who counts. So the count 1-0. And had the plate probably. Here is the 1-0. Kind of Falefa, a right-hand hitter. The pitch high, 2-0. Great deals. And your next great adventure await at Jeep Adventure Days. We'll get to your Jeep dealer today and experience what true freedom really means when you join the Jeep family. 2-0. Inside 3-0. Marwin Gonzalez awaits on deck. Now 3-0 to Isaiah. And the automatic right through there, 3-1. Boston with a 1-0 lead. We're in the bottom of the second. 1 on and 1 man out. And a 3-1 pitch coming to, 2 out, excuse me. And 3-1 pitch coming to kind of Falefa. And he floats a curveball in for a strike. And the count 3-2. So Cabrera will be off with the pitch.
So we have seen the velocity change. 87, so that was 72. That curveball.
Big curveball. 3-2. Caught on a miss, another curveball. So no runs on one hit. And one left. Now at the end of 2 innings of play, 1-0 Red Sox on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Hey guys, Mike Valeni for Cash the Ticket podcast. If you like sports betting or if you just like sports, it's the podcast for you. We try to cover all the big games and maybe some of the games you didn't even know were important, give you some angles, pick some winners, have a good time, and hopefully help you meander through college and pro football season. So join us a couple times a week to get all your information you need to bet the games that you watch. It's Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick 1 or 2 players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
Now to the top of the third. And here is the second baseman, the 9th hitter, Yu Chang. To lead it off, Chang at 222, 4 homers, 15 RBIs, right-hand hitter. And Cole deals a pitch low, 1-0.
Injury report brought to you by Rothman Orthopedics. To learn more, go to RothmanNY.com. We'll start with DJ LeMahieu. No news, really. He still feels it's still...
There's a strike, breaking ball strike.
Still is in pain, it's getting lessened, but they're just trying to time it to see, because once he starts playing, it's how he can take the pain and can he hit. That's the whole thing. It doesn't hurt him when he's in the field.
Pitch is cut on him. When you think about that, again, in the playoffs, you put your roster together. If they could play, that'd really be good to have a right-hand hitter like LeMahieu and a left-hand hitter like Carpenter on the bench.
It would. I just worry about, LeMahieu uses that back foot so much and he can't put any weight on it. He can't rotate.
1-2 is low. Well, I don't want him to play.
Yeah,
he can't play.
That's exactly right. But so they're trying to see, he's trying to stay ramped up. He's taking BPs, doing some stuff in the field, and at some point they're gonna have to find out if he can play at some point. For a couple of weeks.
2-2 is lined on one hop to short. Kind of Falefa fires to first just in time, and there's one away. When I say just in time, that might have been in the old half step.
And he's faster than I thought. Yu Chang played second yesterday. He's in for Bogarts today. Bogarts gets to sit. Nothing wrong with Bogarts. But there's one more injury, not on our team. Brian Buxton, arthroscopic surgery on his knee. He's gone. I know it's only 3 weeks, but every year he has something.
No, and they're not going to make the playoffs, but they'd like him. Well, of course, they'd like him to be healthy for 1 year to see what he can do. He's such a terrific player. Well, one away. Here's Hernandez, and Kiki takes a pitch outside 1-0.
Better be more than 1 year. They signed him to a big deal this year.
Okay, well, they hope he's going to be healthy for 7 years.
Wow,
and I'm sure it was that long And Susan's right. He gets hurt almost every year.
Yeah.
The pitch to Kiki is pot foul. Behind the plate to our right, the third inning brought to you by Spectra Mobile. Switch and save with Spectra Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectraMobile.com. Pitch to Kiki. Foul straight back. So the count 1-2.
Kike played all over the place when he was a Dodger. This year he's been out a lot of the year, but he's played center, he's played second. They gave him an extension, so he'll be back at the Sox next year.
1-2. Breaking balls in the dirt. 2-2. Boston with a 1-0 lead on a solo home run by Tommy Pham back in the first inning. Now here's the 2-2. Swung on and line to center field. There's a base hit. So Hernandez is on with a 1-out single. And that will bring up Rafael Devers.
See the pros see New York Presbyterian is the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Now 1-on, 1-out. Devers struck out his first time. Left-hand hitter with terrific power. And Cole deals cut on him. A strike one.
Devers had a 6-game hitting streak going until last night, and it was 0 for 4. He has 6 homers against the Yankees this year and 19 in his career against the Yanks.
Here's the 0-1. Strike is called. 3 infielders on the right side against Devers. And count 0-2.
6 career homers against this guy, Eric Cole.
Here's Cole's 0-2. And the breaking ball missed outside. 1-2. Try to backdoor it. Hernandez, the base runner at first time, is called as Devers steps out. Now the 1-2. Fastball missed outside, 2-2. We are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Visit provident.bank and learn more. Cole's 2-2 to Devers. And first to throw to first base. Diving back is Kiki.
More news that just hit, John. Julio Rodriguez hits the 10-day injured list with a lower back strain. That is if he can't play in playoffs.
10 days. That's about the season, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's irreplaceable in that team. He's one of the reasons he's there. The biggest reason, probably.
Now the 2-2. Struck him out swinging. Breaking ball right at his feet. Devers swung a terrible pitch. So that is strikeout number 4 for Garrett. And here's the homer hitter, Tommy Pham, with 2 outs and a runner at first.
You know, I don't know what Devers saw there, but that ball bounced in front of his back foot, and he still swung at it.
You know, sometimes, I know we've discussed this before, you get the feeling that pitch to Phams. Look, that you get a feeling that they're ready to swing regardless. Why, I don't know. I mean, Devers is a really good hitter. But you're right, he swung at that pitch. If he hit it, it'd have to be a little ground ball in front of the plate. Here's the 1-0 to the right-hand hitter. There's a strike. Good fastball by Cole. 97. A stream of milk. Now the 1-1 to Pham. And pitch is low. The count 2-1. Now here's the 2-1 to Pham. Well, Pham was stepped out for a moment. And back in. And here's the 2-1. Caught on a misbreaking ball, 2-2.
And Cole, who always throws a lot of pitches, he's up to almost 50 already.
And the 2-2. Kiki goes. Pitch is taken. Throw to second base is in time. Not only was it a great throw by Trevino, but Susan, did you notice how fast he got rid of the ball? I mean, Hernandez had a good jump. He got rid of it in a nonce. So the put out. And in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play, 1-0 Boston on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Fantasy football leagues are won on the waiver wire, and with trades, and with savvy starter sit decisions. The Fantasy Football Today podcast will help you along the way with the best advice on how to manage your team and dominate your league. With 8 episodes per week, Fantasy Football Today is the only resource you'll need. Start, sit, grade the trade, fantasy cops to settle your league disputes, and so much more. Check out Fantasy Football Today anywhere podcasts are found.
MLB Network brings you closer to the game. Watch MLB Tonight, baseball's show of record for breakdowns, analysis, and look-ins to live games.
Oh, Harold, will it get down? It will.
Then Quick Pitch zips through the highlights from every game and gives you a look ahead, all in one lightning-fast hour.
Another historic performance on Wednesday night.
Watch MLB Tonight every night and Quick Pitch late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network. Go to MLBnetwork.com to find your channel number. Odyssey knows that football fans can't get enough football. That's why we've got nonstop football coverage on the free Odyssey app. Podcasts and live shows dedicated to every pro team. NFL play-by-play and enough game talk for the most diehard fans. Local radio stations talking football, interviews with star players and coaches, and football fans being fans.
What kind of play calling was that?
Listen to everything you love about football, live and on demand with the free Odyssey app. Get in the game and download today.
Finally got a new helmet.
I did. Bought it cheap online. Follow me. We'll turn off here.
I'm right behind you.
Watch the cars. They can be crazy.
Teddy! No! Are you okay? Somebody do something!
Was this young man hit by a car?
Yes, and his helmet is smashed. It's a brand new helmet.
It's probably a fake. Fakes cause real harm. You're smart. Buy smart. Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Now, here we go to the bottom of the third inning. Marwin Gonzalez leads off. And the pitch there is a strike from Hill.
I kind of liked them last night. Remember, we were sort of speculating on what they would do if they clinched, because they clinched a playoff spot last night.
0-1. Lined hard, but fouled down the left field line.
And we've seen some champagne celebrations with that. And I always think you have bigger fish to fry, so you don't start there. Well, Aaron Boone said that they went into the clubhouse. They gave the championship belt, which they give to the most important player on that day, to Josh Donaldson. And Aaron Boone said, "Welcome to the playoffs, men. And we got a lot of work to do." And they applauded, and that was it.
The pitch cut on him. This fastball up. So Gonzalez strikes out. That's the third strikeout for Hill. I can see celebrating that too. Now, when they clinch first, that's a celebration. Yes. And then every time they would win a playoff round, and we were very lucky to be in that Joe Torre era where they did just that. Yep. They also did one other thing. They had the best record a lot, so they would open every playoff series at home. Hicks grounds it foul outside of third, and Houston has that designation in the American League, and then the Dodgers have it all the way through.
Yes, we got very spoiled.
Very.
5 World Series, yes.
Hicks at 216, 7 homers, 37 RBIs, and the 0-1 is high. Gonzalez was at 193, 5 homers, 15 ribbies. Now, Judge is up next. The Yankees would love Hicks to get on just to start something. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit in the air to left center and deep. Back goes Pham on the track. At the wall, she's gone. Hicks hits one to the sticks. He homers to left field to tie the game at 1. For Hicks, his 8th home run is 38th RBI. And the game is tied at 1. And here's Aaron Judge.
And good for Aaron Hicks. He's had a terrible time as of late. Was put back out there today because Bader gets the day off.
Hicks 8 homers, 38 RBIs in the tie game, and here is Aaron Judge. That's the first Yankee home run of the game, and that's brought to you by Kia. Visit Kia.com. Discover movement that inspires. Judge takes a strike. Now here's the 0-1. And the pitch is hit high in the air to left. Pham is back in front of the track, and he makes the catch. And there are 2. Well, if Judge swings and it's a high pop foul first base side, the place goes nuts. So on a long fly ball, of course.
And they're just showing the Judge family. It just sounded a little off, and Pham had it all the way, it looked like, and it was a breaking pitch, just a little in, and Judge knew immediately. Just got it off the top of the bat, and he can tell. You can tell by the look on the face.
Here's Stanton, breaking balls inside. The third inning brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Stanton cuts and misses.
And for Hicks, that was his career homer number 100.
Here's the 1-1. And the fastball low, 2-1.
Judge has a big smile on his face. You want to say it's just not that easy. They can't even do it in the home run derby every time.
Absolutely. Sometimes you hit under it, sometimes you hit over it. There's the 2-1. Swung on a high pop to shallow left. The shortstop Chang is out, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Yankees tied on the home run by Hicks. 1 run, 1 hit. No one left. End of 3, tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Back to the Grubhub Spelling Bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woo-hoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Ready to pop the question? Let your love sparkle with Blue Nile. Blue Nile has helped millions of couples create their perfect engagement ring. Their easy online tools will let you choose the diamond shape, size, and clarity, as well as setting style. Blue Nile's bench jewelers will then handcraft her one-of-a-kind engagement ring, the perfect ring to celebrate your love. Right now, go to BlueNile.com and use code RADIO to save $50 on your purchase of $500 or more with guaranteed free shipping and returns.
Now we go to the top of the fourth. Tommy Pham was the hitter when Hernandez, I think it was a 2-2 pitch, and Hernandez tried to steal second, and Trevino threw him out. So here is Pham, the right-hand hitter, back in the batter's box with the ball game tied at 1 on the Hicks home run. And the pitch inside 1-0.
This driver on the league is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. Own it with Hyundai. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Tampa's taken a 2-0 lead over Toronto. They're in the top of the third in Tampa.
The 1-0 hit in the air to left. There is Hicks toward left center to make the catch. 1 away.
Cleveland and Texas will start at 8. Seattle and Kansas City at 8 also. And in the National League, Mets and Oakland start at 9:40. It's kind of a random matchup. New York Mets and the Oakland A's. A big draw for that one. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Rhys Hoskins 2-run double and a 4-run second as Philadelphia leads Atlanta 4-0 in the bottom of the second, and they're still batting.
Now here's Verdugo. He takes a strike from Cole.
And at 10 o'clock, St. Louis will be at the Dodgers, and Dave Roberts just announced that he's taking Craig Kimbrell out of the closer role.
Whoa. A lot of that going around, you know that? Really?
Yes, I know. Well, we'll do it by committee. Doesn't work.
The 0-1 swung on and a pop foul third base side out of play off the bat of Verdugo. River Spring Living is the leader in meeting the needs of older adults in the New York City area. River Spring Living provides an array of resources, including housing, in-home care, rehabilitation, and memory care. Visit riverspringlivinglibrary.org and learn more. There's a strike 3. A breaking ball gets Verdugo. That's the 5th strikeout for Cole, who leads the major leagues in strikeouts. Now, what was your stat about Cole?
He needs 12 to match Ron Guidry.
Oh, okay. For the most ever in Yankee one season?
Yeah. Guidry had 248 in 1978. And Garrett started at 236, so he's now at 241.
Here's J.D. Martinez. There's a ground ball to short. Kind of fluff it, a field and throw across high, but Gonzalez tags Martinez. Martinez can't run at all. So, a very quick one. That's a good thing. You know, Susan told you Cole throws too many pitches. That was a good inning for him. He threw very few. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 3.5. We're tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Attention. How's your mental health? I'm Listening with Alanis Morissette.
When it first started, I would have my nightly panic attacks, but then I started getting really curious about all the sensations. Like, I just really started looking at, okay, so chest is, I got really kind of granular in observing the details of what was really going on with the breath. It's just survival strategy. It's cortisol cooking nonstop. Chronic stress is trauma.
More at imlistening.org. Talk saves lives.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick one or two players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woo-hoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Gleyber Torres leads off and grounds it foul. As we begin in the bottom of the fourth, the game is tied at 1. Pham, a home run for Boston. Hicks, a home run for the Yanks.
And that ball came up and was fouled off the mask of home plate umpire Brian Knight. So Hill came off the mound and McGuire held on to Brian Knight. So we got a little delay here. Now we're ready. Hill taking his time. He's walking around.
The pitch to Gleyber is inside 1-1. Well, Hill is obviously pitching very well, and I told you that he seldom goes more than 5 innings. But his pitch count is really low. Here's the 1-1. And that pitch is high, 2-1.
Now order stadium favorites for pickup in Yankee Stadium. Order on the Uber Eats app with no added fees, and they'll notify you when it's ready. As a matter of fact, interesting because they've tried to get extra innings out of Hill.
2-1, foul first base out.
And every time it goes more than 5, well, I feel okay. And Coral say, can you go another inning? And it hasn't worked a few times. So interesting to see what they're going to do. Because no pitcher will ever say, I'm done.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Oh, Hill wouldn't, but
no.
They feel he's not as effective third time around, I guess. Here's a 2-2. Low inside 3-2. The top of the fourth inning was sponsored by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Book a relaxing massage or facial after the game. The payoff is a breaking ball high. So Torres is able to work out a walk, and the Yankees have the lead run at first base with no one out. First walk-off, Rich. And here's Josh Donaldson.
Guys in the clubhouse last night, John, talking, they thought it was kind of cool because Donaldson won the game last night with a single, won the first game of the year against the Red Sox with that same walk-off kind of single.
Torres is going to be picked off the throw to first. He's out. Torres, how many times does he do that? He started for second with Hill holding the ball. You have to wait till he comes toward the plate. So So he tried to get back to first, but you could figure he wasn't going to get there.
Well, if he had slid straight into the base, he tried to evade it and go back with the right hand, and Casas got him. And every time he does that, I keep thinking what Aaron Boone said once to me.
Breaking ball to Donaldson is high.
Sometimes Glaber thinks he's invisible out there. Sometimes he's right, but not that time.
But he does start for the other beast too soon.
Yes.
He does it from second a lot, too. 1-0. Pop foul, first base side, out of play. The count 1-1.
The Who Hits Back Tour comes to UBS Arena on Friday, October 7th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
There's the 1-1. And the pitch a little high, and the count 2-1. This next pitch will be Hill's 50th. Donaldson fouls it back. That'll count 2-2. If the Yankees were going to choose, they would choose Tampa to win tonight because Toronto is 8 back on the loss side and Tampa is 9. If the Yankees won, they'd both be 9 and the magic number would go down to 4. Pitch is grounded foul off third, but of course the Yankees have to win the game. They're tied at 1, and Tampa has a 2-0 lead, but it's only in the 4th inning.
Tampa's scoring a lot of runs like the last couple of games. And playing Toronto, you'd think it would be the other way around.
2-2, grounded foul off third. So the count holds 2-2. Yeah, they had gone through a period where they didn't score at all. They scored, I think, 10 last night.
Yeah, that's, they played that way a lot. I'm talking to Kevin Cash about that. It's a very inconsistent team. Sometimes they don't score at all, and sometimes they score in bunches. It's very odd.
Donaldson, it's a high pop to shallow left. Who is going to catch it? Who? And the ball drops. How do you like that? Donaldson goes to second. Safe. There were 3 players there. Pham and Chang and Refsnyder. I thought Chang was the one calling, and I thought Chang was going to make the catch. But the ball dropped, and we'll see how they score it.
Well, it looked like Chang had the ball in his hand. We'll see that again. Here comes Refsnyder, and Chang had it. And then kicked the ball as he leaned over. That was very odd by that shortstop. He dropped the ball, and then he put his hands on his knees like, oh, what am I doing? Refsnyder picks it up. Really good base running right there by Josh Donaldson, who waited to see what was going to happen, not after the ball dropped.
There's a breaking ball strike to Cabrera. Well, if you're the pitcher, I know everyone makes mistakes, but boy, you're the pitcher. That's a pop-up for the second out of the inning. Oh. Now you have a run in scoring position, and you have 2 cracks at the run with Cabrera and Trevino. Pitch swung on and ripped to left center and deep. Back goes Refsnyder. He makes the catch, and that is the second out.
Well, if I'm Hill, I'm annoyed for one thing. I know that Chang was sort of there. He twisted and turned. He's a rookie, and he's a second baseman and a shortstop. You've got 2 really good outfielders who were right there, and I don't know if either one of them called him off, but somebody should have.
So they call that an E6. And 2-way, and here is Trevino. And he takes a strike. But E6 or not, a base hit by Trevino probably gives the Yankees the lead. And here's the 0-1, but Hill bluffs toward second. The pitch to Trevino is pop foul back. On the count 0-2. The bottom of the 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today. Pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to center, not deep. Refsnyder was there to make the catch. And that ends the inning, so the error did not work or did not hurt. No runs, no hits, one error, and one left. At the end of 4 innings of play, we're tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woo-hoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick 1 or 2 players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
My world is about making the play.
My world is all about keeping you informed.
My world is about the perfect cut.
Illinois Media School
Makes my world possible.
If you have a passion for media, on air or behind the scenes, Illinois Media School can give you the hands-on training you need in as little as 8 months. You can get paid to create. Call now and learn from the pros to be a pro. Visit beonair.com or call 630-916-1700. 630-916-1700.
Now, there we go to the top of the 5th inning. And the big first baseman, Tristan Casas, takes a pitch high from Cole. And the count 1-0.
Here's some exciting news for fans. T-Mobile's 5G network is now live at Yankee Stadium. Get coverage beyond the expected with T-Mobile.
Casas struck out his first time, and the pitch cut on and missed. That was the 56th pitch. So let's go back 2 pitches, 54 in 4 innings. It's about 14 pitches an inning.
That's pretty good.
1-1 is inside the count 2-1. Yeah, the Yankees would love it if Cole had enough pitches in him to throw. Of course, he has to pitch well, throw 7 innings tonight. Then you only have to piece 2 innings together out of the bullpen.
Because they've used that bullpen a lot lately.
And the 2-1 is low, and the count 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Strike is called at the knees, 3-2.
That's that 97-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees. That's a really good pitch.
Casas had stepped out, not back in. Big lefty hitting first baseman. Pitch is fouled, third base side out of play.
And this is the first time we see Garrett Cole blowing on his fingers on his hands. This is the first time we've seen that since April, right? When it was cold.
April and May.
April and May. It is chilly. We started at 57. Let's see where we are now. Can't still be at 57. It says it is.
Now here's the payoff pitch, and the pitch is inside. So Casas walks. And that is the first walk given up by Cole. The fifth inning brought to you by Elec 825, building our bounce back. There's Rough Snyder. Now the pitch to Rough Snyder outside 1-0. The ball game tied at 1 on 2 solo home runs. Tommy Pham in the first inning for Boston, and Aaron Hicks in the third inning for the Yankees.
Rough Snyder's done a nice job for them, hitting .307, 5 homers, 17 RBIs.
There's the 1-0. And the breaking ball low, 2-0.
Good thing about Rough Snyder, he does get on base, got an on-base percentage of .380.
That's very good.
It is.
Very, very good.
No, he seems to have, he's been around a lot of, he's stayed into it. I talked to him once about, did you ever think of quitting? He said, oh, yeah.
There's the 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1.
You know, you think he got married and he's got a little baby, and you got to think about those things. And then the Red Sox called. He's been with them a couple of years now, minor leagues. Now he's up in the big club. He's done a nice job.
Well, in this day and age, if you're hitting over 300, they have to look at you.
Yep.
And in this case, Rough Snyder is an infielder / outfielder, so he plays a lot of spots. He hit 300, play a lot of spots. I don't see how he can miss.
Yep.
Here's the 2-1. And it's foul, first base side out of play.
When Gleyber Torres walked in the bottom of the fourth, that was the first walk of the game, brought to you by Route 22 Toyota, who asked, why walk when you could be driving a new Toyota? Call 973-221-2525 or visit route22toyota.com today.
Now, there is the 2-2. And the pitch is grounded foul off third. We play tomorrow afternoon, and I gather, Matt, that we'll be on the air at 12:55. 12:25. Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock game. What am I talking about? 12:25, please. I would be a half hour late. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and looped to left field. Great catch by Kanafalepa. It was a looper. And didn't you think that ball was going to drop in?
Absolutely. I thought it's going right over his head. He is so athletic, goes back, and I think even Rough Snyder was surprised. Got a great jump on that. That was terrific. He went back and leapt at it and got it in his glove hand.
Well, I really thought that was a hit. What a play.
Terrific play.
He raced toward the left field foul line and made a backhand catch. It was just a looper, but hey, it's a base hit. And Boston would have had 2 on and no one out. Well, here's the left-hand hitting catcher, Reese McGuire. And the pitch is low, 1-0.
McGuire with 2 home runs, one of them which we saw.
Now here's the 1-0. And the pitch kind of missed. I think we saw both of them.
Oh, we did.
I think the other one was in Boston.
Fenway? Yes. I forgot.
I told you he had 122 at bats without a home run.
That's right. He's got 2 against the Yankees, 1 at Fenway. I do remember that.
So 1-1 on the left-hand hitter. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th, and we're tied at 1. And if you're wondering, Judge comes up next inning. And there's the 1. Now McGuire steps out.
This is amazing. Just think what's going through his mind. He doesn't think like this because he's so focused. But if there's 47,000 people in this park here to see you every 3 innings?
I was wrong anyway. The 1-1 is hot. It'll be the bottom third for the Yanks. So if someone gets on, which frankly the Yankees hope, so Judge can hit with someone on base.
Frankly, the idea is also to win the game. So it would be really nice to get somebody on.
Yeah. Oh, here's the 2-1 coming to McGuire. And the pitch is low. Actually, Susan, and that's a great attribute of Judge. He really is a member of the team and really cares about the team. And other athletes in his position in different sports, want something extra. He doesn't. He just one of the guys.
You know what? I think, John, and I've talked to Boone about this a lot.
3-1, strike 3 and 2.
I think the point that he's so focused on winning and his teammates is how he channels it. So if you think about that, you're focused on winning, and that's it, not yourself.
Oh, I think that's true. I think his focus is on winning. First of all, he's hit 60. Here's a 3-2 to McGuire. Ground ball to second. Torres plays to short. 1 on the first. It's a double play. 4-6-3 DP. No runs, no hits, and no one left at the end of 4.5 innings of play. We're tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta. Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Odyssey knows that football fans can't get enough football. That's why we've got nonstop football coverage on the free Odyssey app. Podcasts and live shows dedicated to every pro team. NFL play-by-play and enough game talk for the most diehard fans. Local radio stations talking football, interviews with star players and coaches, and football fans being fans.
What kind of play calling was that?
Listen to everything you love about football, live and on demand with the free Odyssey app. Get in the game and download today.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Yankees will send up the bottom third, which means that if someone gets up or gets on, then Judge will come up. The ball game is tied at 1 on 2 solo home runs. Tommy Pham for Boston and Aaron Hicks for the Yanks. There's a base hit to right center field by Connor Falefa. Cut off in the gap by Refsnyder. And there's a base hit. So if there's not a double play, Judge will come up.
And that's one of the reasons that we've been talking about the bottom of the order. Kind of Falefa gets on. That pitch was up. That was a mistake pitch by Hill. It was up and on the outside part of the plate. But I love what kind of Falefa did. Just went with it.
Well, again, in this day and age, with the batting averages is so low, kind of Falefa has been in the 260s all year. He's done very well. He's not a great hitter, but he's in the 260s, and he has 3 homers, but 46 RBIs. So, hey, he does the job. Here is Marwin Gonzalez, a switch hitter batting right. And the lefty deals. There's a strike at the knee. You talk about your thinking man pitcher. When you throw as softly as Hill, you better hit the right spots. And he does. He throws in every part of the zone. They called the 4 quadrants: up and in, down and in, up and away, down and away. Pitch. And he does that. That pitch doesn't count. Time was called. Another count 0-1 on Gonzalez, who struck out his first time.
And for the Yankees this year, Gonzalez has played all over the infield, first, second, short, and third, and left and right field. So the only place he hasn't played is center field, and obviously catcher.
Here is the 0-1. And the pitch way inside 1-1. Yankee fans shop the New Era Authentic Collection at the Yankees team store and NewEraCap.com. New Era, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball. The 1-1 is high in the count 2-1. No one's throwing, but they are walking around in the Boston bullpen. As I mentioned, Hill normally does not go more than 5. Here is the 2-1. And the pitch way inside 3-1.
And it's usually when he starts getting behind hitters that they get start to get the bullpen up. He's only 63 pitches, but he's usually good for 5, as John said.
3-1 is foul back, 3-2. Tampa has added a run, so they now lead Toronto 3-0. And they're about where we are. They're in the top of the 5th down in Tampa.
Isn't it amazing to you with that lineup how inconsistent Toronto is?
Yes, and their lineup is so good. I agree.
So good. There's no outs in that.
All right, here comes the payoff. And the pitch line, foul. Hit it hard, foul just outside of third. Didn't miss a double down the line by much.
I remember early in the season when they weren't really hitting, and I said to one of the broadcasters, "What's wrong with this lineup?" And the answer was, "Well, they missed Danny Jansen." And I said, "They missed Danny Jansen?" And that was their catcher was out. But look at that lineup.
Yeah, he's a weak hitting catcher. That's odd. Got power.
Yeah.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on and popped up behind the plate, foul over the screen.
I just thought that was odd with that lineup, with the way it starts and everybody in it.
You would figure that lineup and playing their game, Toronto's a great hitting ballpark where the ball flies out in every direction. Yeah, very surprised. And also because the Yankees have not had a complete team, and they have, pretty good lead over Toronto and Tampa. Payoff pitch is foul back. Now, Hill obviously doesn't want to walk someone and have 2 on when Judge comes up, and he has thrown down 3-1. He's thrown strike after strike after strike. Once again, the payoff. And it's high. He did walk. Gonzalez, there's 2 on and no one out. One thing, Susan, baseball has to be played differently. Even though the Yankees are going for first place, if Hicks would sacrifice the runners to second and third, they'd walk Judge.
Absolutely.
It does change a couple of things. Hicks homered his first time. And let's call this the window of opportunity. And that's brought to you by Windorama. Let your project be their passion. 2 on, no one out. Hicks takes a strike. Hicks homer to left. His 8th home run of the year, first time. Kiner-Falefa is at second. Gonzalez at first. Both run very well. Kiner-Falefa really runs well. That was just a second walk for Hill. And it'll be an 0-1. Line, base hit, left field. Kind of Puleva rounds third. He's coming home. The throw is a terrible throw, wide of the plate, knocked down. Everyone stays where they are. It's a base hit and an RBI for Hicks, who getting a chance to play as a homer and a ribby single, both Yankee runs. Now the pitching coach, Dave Bush, will trot out to the mound with Judge coming up. 2 on, no out, and 1 in. And the Yanks have a 2-1 lead.
Now, they're stretching out there, but no one has started to throw yet. So Hill is going to obviously throw to at least Judge, because no one is throwing it. This consultation on the mound is brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call them today for a free consultation at 1-800-8-MILLION. And John, the last time that Aaron Hicks was in this park, running into a wall, just not being able to get things, and booed off the field. And tonight comes back. It's been a while since he's been playing here at Yankee Stadium, and that's how you turn fans around.
Of course. I love the line. You've heard it a million times. The fans want to cheer.
That's right.
They want to.
They're waiting to cheer.
But here's Judge. A run in. And 2 guys who run well on the base paths. Gonzalez at second and Hicks at first. And here's Judge. And the pitch there is a strike. And the count 0-1. Judge has struck out and flied to left. Now the 0-1 is a strike at the knees on the inside corner, and the count 0-2.
Zach Kelly is up in the Red Sox pen.
Now the 0-2 is a breaking ball low. And the count 1-2. You know, I was going to say he pulled the string, which he did. Do you know that slider was 67? So that's a slow slider. Here is the 1-2 to Judge. Struck him out swinging, another breaking ball down. So there are 2 away.
And that was at 73.
Well, Yankee fans, you've seen their famous food carts on the streets of New York for decades. And now the halal guys bring their famous platters and craveable sauces to the stadium. Enjoy the game with the halal guy.
That's a great pitch. Ended up on the ground.
Runners at first and second, 1 man out, 1 in. 2-1 Yankees, bottom of the 5th. Here is Giancarlo. And a pickoff throw at second, late. Gonzalez, the runner at second. Aaron Hicks, the runner at first. So a guy who normally doesn't play and is batting 9th has a home run and a single and has knocked in both runs. And pitch is a fastball high, 1-0. Runners lead first and second, 1 out. And Hill takes too much time. He just stayed in the set position. And Stanton did the right thing, asking for time. Now the pitch cut on him. And the count 1-1. Interesting, Susan. This guy lulls you to sleep. He throws the soft breaking ball, then he'll throw a fastball up at 88.
At 88.
And get you to miss.
It probably feels like it's 95 after seeing 72.
Pitch is cut on him. I agree with you. I mean, that's what is putting a little on and taking a little off, and it fouls up the batter. And he pitches great, And he's throwing in the 80s.
And it's called pitching. That's exactly right. So he followed that one up with another 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Same strike.
There's the 1-2 as runners lead. And time is gone. I don't blame Stanton. I would do it every time. As he just stays in the set. That probably either unnerves you or knocks you off your rhythm anyway. The 1-2. Swung on a fly ball down the right field line. Verdugo makes the catch in foul territory. Tagging going to third is Gonzalez. Hicks stays at first. So there are 2 outs with runners at first and third. Here's Gleyber Torres.
And also, Hill is such a savvy veteran. One of the things he's doing, he knows that that he's coming out of the game. There's someone up there who just started warming up. That was right at the wall. We're kind of losing there, but right by the wall.
So first and third, 2 out. Gleyber has grounded out and walked. Hill has walked 2, struck out 4. And the pitch line, base hit, over third, down the left field line, rolling to the left field corner. 1 run has scored. Rounding third is Hicks. They're going to send him. He is going to score. Terrible throw. Goes all the way to the backstop and all the way to third goes Gleyber Torres. So it's a base hit, a double, let's call it. Well, it is a double. A double and 2 RBIs. And Gleyber goes to third on a terrible throw. We'll see who picks up the error.
Well, did Pham throw that? And this pitch was right around the thighs, and he turned on it. And really, so far, one of the hottest hitters, or the hottest hitter on this team has been Gleyber Torres for the last 3-4 weeks. And it hit around, and it was Pham who fumbled it in the first place, couldn't pick it up, and threw it by everybody.
He did. Pham, he does not have an arm, and he ought to just hit the cutoff man. He does not have enough arm to come home. So it's a double and an E7. 2 RBIs for Gleyber. He now has 69 on the year. Here's Donaldson with a runner at third, 2 out, 3 in pitch. Is outside. The Yankees have a 4-1 lead.
And that was today's Coupa's maximum value play of the game. Unite the power of business spend management with Coupa, the most trusted cloud platform to maximize the value of every dollar your company spends. Learn more at Coupa.com.
That'll be a 1-0 to Donaldson. And the pitch inside, and the count 2-0. I bet Hill has thrown 20-25 pitches in this inning because he's now in the 80s, and he had a very low pitch count before this. 3 runs are in. Donaldson takes a strike, 2-1. 3 runs are in. The Yankees have a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Big curveball. Looks like it was going to be high, and then sort of nestled in the top of the zone.
Now the 2-1. Little grounder, going to be a tough play to short. Hustling Chang. The throw is in time. And that will end the inning. Great inning for the Yankees. They get 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. Now at the end of 5 innings of play, 4-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep. Baseball.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Fantasy football leagues are won on the waiver wire, and with trades, and with savvy starter sit decisions. The Fantasy Football Today podcast will help you along the way with the best advice on how to manage your team and dominate your league. With 8 episodes per week, Fantasy Football Today is the only resource you'll need. Start sit, grade the trade, fantasy cops to settle your league disputes, and so much more. Check out Fantasy Football Today, anywhere podcasts are found.
Now we go to the top of the 6th inning. Yankees have a 4-1 lead. Garrett Cole has thrown 73 pitches, so we'll see how many pitches it takes him to get through this. Yu Chang leads off and takes the pitch inside. I guess what I'm thinking, because I know the Yankees would really like it, is if he could go 7. So if his pitch count is okay, he can go 7 innings for the Yanks. He has to pitch well, too. That's another thing. The 1-0 is inside of Chang, 2-0.
And it's time to take a look around the league, sponsored by The League, a dating app designed for those who swing for the fences in life. Visit theleague.com to start dating intelligently.
The 2-0, there's a strike.
Well, Toronto seems to have woken up. They scored 4 runs in the top of the 5th. Bo Bichette, an RBI single in the middle of that. And they're still batting. So it's 4-3. Now Toronto leading Tampa as they bat in the top of the 5th.
The 2-1 is fouled down the right field line, out of play. So 2-2 on Chang.
Cleveland is losing to Texas 2-0, bottom of the 2nd. They are in Texas. Seattle on a Cal Raleigh homer is 24th of the year. Seattle was leading Kansas City 1-0, top of the 3rd. Angels and Minnesota tied 1 apiece, bottom of the 2nd.
Now here's the 2-2 coming to Chang. Struck him out swinging, breaking ball. Strikeout number 6 for Cole.
Mets in Oakland will start at 9:40. That'll be Chris Bassett and Cole Irvin. Rhys Hoskins' 2-run double lets a 4-run second inning, and Philadelphia leads Atlanta 4-0, bottom of the 4th. That's Jake Odorizzi and Aaron Nola.
Well, one away. There is Kiki Hernandez, right-hand hitter. And the pitch is hot. It's a breaking ball. They count 1-0. Here's the speed report. That's brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of the Yankees radio network. Pitch. Missed outside, 2-0. Learn more at odfl.com. Old Dominion, helping the world keep promises. Speed report is on Aaron Hicks' home run. The exit velo was at 104. Here is the 2-0. That was a strike to Hernandez. 4-1 Yankees. We play in the top of the 6th with 1 out and no one on. 3 infielders on the left side for Hernandez. Now here's the 2-1. Higher is a strike. Now the count 2-2. Here's a 2-2, and that's line down the right field line, and it is a fair ball. And heading towards second, Hernandez with a double. So Hernandez rips a line drive right down the line. Would have to see the TV replay to know exactly where it landed because the stands jut out. But anyway, the ball was fair down the line and a double for Hernandez.
So it's a couple of hits for Kike tonight, a single and a double. Yankee fans shop the New Era Authentic Collection at the Yankees team store and NewEraCap.com. New Era, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Now here is Rafael Devers, who has struck out twice against Cole. This is the guy who has 6 homers lifetime against Garrett.
It is amazing. He couldn't get him out for all this time, and now he does nothing but get him out.
Hernandez leads off second. Kind of Falefa plays behind his lead with the left-hand hitter up. And the pitch is pop foul, third base side out of play. Toronto got 4, and they lead Tampa 4-3. That's what the Yankees wanted. Have them knock each other off.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Who are we rooting for again?
Well, just tonight, Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Because they have one more loss than Toronto. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch is high. And the count 1-0.
Why did Joe Torre used to say it doesn't matter, just win your games?
Well, I asked him once about that. Who do we root for? He said, does it matter?
That's right.
No, you're right.
We can't change it? I thought we could from here.
The 1-1 coming to Devers. Hernandez leads off second with 1 out. And the pitch low outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-1 to the left-hand hitter. And the pitch low, 3-0.
And nobody's even moving around in the Yankee pen. I don't see stretching or anything. You would imagine they would like to hold off on this bullpen because people have been used an awful lot lately.
Actually, Garrett Cole's pitch count is going up. He is a guy, though, can throw more than 100 and does.
He's at, 87?
3-1. There is a strike, a breaking ball. Strike 3-2.
And I think one of the things that you expect from a guy like Garrett Cole, who is your ace, is to save the bullpen. Every 5 days, you shouldn't have to go to the bullpen. You know, they're very careful with Nestor. Tomorrow, I'm sure they're going to be careful with Domingo Germán.
Now, here comes the payoff pitch to Devers. And the pitch is low. So Devers walks. And Boston now will send up the tying run with runners at first and second and 1 man out. That's the second walk given up by Cole.
Looking at that slider again, it was indeed low. I think Garrett thought it was close enough, but was not.
Well, here's Tommy Pham, who is homered and fly to left. And he, as he stands in, the tying run. First and second, 1 man out, top of the 6th. Pitch caught on a miss. He chased his slider away. Then the count 0-1. Now the 0-1. There's a strike going to. Hey, by the way, Susan, I did see something you talked about last night. Obviously, I saw it on tape. Trey Mancini being welcomed back.
Wasn't that wonderful? The signs, and he was very moved. Sometimes those moments are so great.
Well, here's the 0-2. And the pitch is fouled off. And by the way, the Yankees have started their bullpen.
Ron Marinaccio is up. I felt that way when I watched it yesterday, Trey Mancini. I felt that when Matt Carpenter in St. Louis, fans don't have a chance to say goodbye. They're such a part of their lives for all these years. Mancini came up with that group, and all of a sudden he was gone.
Here's the 0-2 to Pham. Struck him out swinging breaking ball. Well, for Mancini, he was a really good player for Baltimore, and he got cancer, serious, and then licked it in a year and came back. So the fans are very drawn and attached to Trey Mancini.
And did a lot for the community in helping with cancer kids and everything. He became a real part of that place.
Well, there are two ways. And here is left-hand hitting Alex Verdugo. The strikeout was the 7th by Cole. Runners lead first and second with 2 out. And the right-hander deals low, 1-0. One of the great things when you're playing on the West Coast, you obviously see all the scores. And boy, the Mets are going to be excited. Atlanta's getting killed. Yeah. Philadelphia now has an 8-0 lead. Pitch strike to Verdugo. But at least the Mets, when they take the field and they're warming up, the scores in Oakland are always on the board. They play great music, and all the scores are on the board when you get out to the ballpark. So that's what they're going to see.
The music and the scoreboard are the highlights of the Oakland Coliseum.
Right now they are, yes. They are indeed. Here is the 1-1. Swung on and foul down the left field line. I met people from Nashville. I never can remember. I meet so many people in the last day or two. And I just said to them, well, Nashville, they want a ball club. Oh, yes. They read about it all the time. I said, there are 2 franchises you can get. They have to build a ballpark first. So that's the biggest thing. And it's somewhat expensive to build a ballpark. Now here's the 1-2 to Verdugo. And the pitch is low. Cole didn't think so. He's walking to the dugout. And the count 2-2.
But he will come back and throw another pitch. He's at 97 pitches. So this would be, he was walking off. The walk that he has. And a strut.
Hernandez at second, Devers at first, 2 men out. Here in the 6th, Yankees have a 4-1 lead. The 2-2 swung on, a fly ball to deep right center field. Going back is Judge, and that ball is gone into the bullpen. A 3-run home run to tie the game.
Well, for Alex Verdugo, 396 feet. 10th home run of the season. Oh, my. 2-2 pitch from Garrett Cole after he thought he had struck him out.
And the ball game is tied at 4. A big home run for Verdugo to right center into the bullpen. Verdugo, that's his 10th home run. He now has 70 RBIs.
And Cole just kicked the mound. He saw that going and kicked the mound and bent down. Wow.
So we're tied at 4 with 2 outs in the 6th. And the pitch there is a strike.
Showing this pitch again. Well, it was thigh high and over the middle of the plate.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball low. J.D. Martinez, the batter. Martinez has grounded out twice. So the home run bugaboo of Cole bites him again. 2 homers, good for 4 runs, and now a tie game.
That's his 31st home run of the season he's given up.
Here's the 1-1. And the pitch low, 2-1. Cole's 2-1. Cut on and missed on a breaking ball, 2-2.
Bent over, looking down at the ground after we just saw that again. This is a career high 31 home runs that he has given up this season. 9 of them to the Sox.
Cole's 2-2, cut on and missed on a breaking ball. 8 strikeout, but. And by the way, Cole struck out the side of that inning, but I don't know what it proves. Aaron Boone comes out because Trevino was going after the home plate umpire, Brian Knight. Garrett Cole is there too, and the Yankees push him away. He's going to get thrown out. Well, Boone just got thrown out. You can't argue balls and strikes, and that was a very tough call against Cole, because the next pitch was a 3-run home run.
Well, he threw out Cole immediately because Cole came right at him and started yelling at him. And then Boone came out. So Garrett Cole got thrown out immediately while walking off the mound. Now Boone came out because of that. You can't have your starting pitcher screaming at the umpire on the way out of the game. He's out of the game anyway, but got thrown out.
Now Boston, 3 runs, 2 hits, no one left. And a 5.5 tied at 4 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
My world is about making the play.
My world is all about keeping you informed.
My world is about the perfect cut.
Illinois Media School
Makes my world
Possible.
If you have a passion for media, on air or behind the scenes, Illinois Media School can give you the hands-on training you need in as little as 8 months. You can get paid to create. Call now and learn from the pros to be a pro. Visit beonair.com or call 630-916-1700. 630-916-1700.
When we told growers that new Bayer Premium Trivolt herbicide for corn delivers visibly clean fields for up to 8 weeks, they were a bit skeptical.
We'll see how it works.
So we decided to prove it. We set up cameras in multiple cornfields, treated them with Trivolt, and filmed for 24 hours a day. For 8 weeks, we saw a variety of weather conditions, and Trivolt worked. See for yourself at TrivoltInAction.com. Trivolt is a restricted-use pesticide. Consult your state pesticide regulator for specific restrictions. Read and follow pesticide label directions.
Now we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The new pitcher is Zach Kelly. He's a right-hander. And Cabrera, the hitter, and the pitch there is a strike, and we're underway. Bottom of the 6th, tied at 4.
Well, the first thing that happened was Garrett Cole got thrown out of the game because he started screaming at the home plate umpire as he's walking off the mound, and then Boone came out to protect him, so he got thrown out.
0-1 is outside. And the count 1-1, because I think Cole probably would have come out of the game. He was right around 100 pitches. However, there's the 1-1. Pitch low. He was just about to get out of the inning. Threw a pitch he thought was strike 3. They called it a ball. And the next pitch, Verdugo hit a 3-run home run. Away it goes.
I'm sorry, you have to pitch through that. You can't, right? I'm sorry, it happens.
The 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Coming in is Ref Snyder to make the catch, one away.
I think if Cole didn't know that he was coming out of the game anyway, he wouldn't have yelled like that. But he went right at him, pointing at him.
And so did Trevino. Trevino was protecting him too. Then the Yankees dragged Cole away. They didn't want any suspension or anything. But the minute Boone came out, he said something. He got thrown out of the game. You can't argue balls and strikes. He probably, I don't know what he said, but I'm guessing he would say that was a terrible ball. Guessing. Well, here's Trevino. And he cuts and misses. So the Yanks and Red Sox are tied at 4. I think they were tied at 4 last night, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an ID right after this next pitch. Here's the 0-1. Count on him. 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Yankees baseball is on WFAN and WFAN FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The 0-2, outside 1 and 2. And by the way, Tampa came back with 3 of their own, so Tampa now has a 6-4 lead over Toronto. They're in the bottom of the 5th down in St. Pete.
Zach Kelly, 27 years old. He just came up from Worcester.
1-2, cut on him. Struck him out swing. Good fastball up. And there are 2 away.
Made his major league debut on the 29th of August at Minnesota.
Hill went 5 innings, 4 runs, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's not involved in the decision because of the 3-run blast by Verdugo. Now here's kind of Falefa. And the pitch low, and the count 1-0.
So, as we thought, they just confirmed it for us. Both Garrett Cole and Aaron Boone thrown out of the game.
(1-0) to Isaiah. And it's a high pop foul first base side. And the count is 1-1. Well, one thing I can tell you now for sure, next inning, Aaron Judge comes up. Because it'll be, if kind of Falefa makes out, it would be 8, 9, and 1. What would be great for Judge is if kind of Falefa, Gonzalez, and Hicks all got on base. Then they'd have to pitch to him.
Indeed.
The 1-1. Swung on. Little pop fly to short. Chang makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Yanks at the end of 6 innings of play now. The game is tied at 4 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Want to simplify your meeting spaces? Say hello to Bose Video Bar VB1. VB1 is an all-in-one USB conferencing device. It's easy to install, and it brings premium audio and video to medium-sized rooms. Learn more at pro.bose.com/radio.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Alanis Morissette.
When it first started, I would have my nightly panic attacks, but then I started getting really curious about all the sensations. Like I just really started looking at, okay, so chest is, I got really kind of granular in observing the details of what was really going on with the breath. It's just survival strategy. It's cortisol cooking nonstop. Chronic stress is trauma.
More at imlistening.org. Talk saves lives.
Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Well, the new pitcher is Ron Marinaccio. He has the fastball change, gotten hit around a little bit as of late.
The game tied at 4 as we now go into the 7th inning, go to the final 3. Garrett Cole, the big mistake he made, the 3-run home run by Verdugo when he was 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Anyway, he goes 6 innings, 4 runs, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. And as Susan told you, here is Marinaccio.
36 games, 1-0, ERA of 2.25. Batter's hitting 148 often.
Here is Tristan Casas, the big lefty hitter, who has struck out and walked. And the pitch high, 1-0. Now, here's the 1-0 to Casas. And the pitch low, 2-0. Casas, Refsnyder, McGuire, 6, 7, and 8 for the Sox in the 7th.
Now, here's kind of something kind of interesting. What did I say? That Garrett Cole had 31 home runs against him?
Yes.
15 of them to the Red Sox.
Breaking ball strike. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good stat. Want to know why? Because they won't see the Red Sox in the playoffs. That's why. Well, that is amazing. It does seem like he gives up a lot of homers to Boston, and it doesn't seem it. It's true.
ERA of 4.81 against the Boston Red Sox. This is amazing.
Casas takes a pitch high, 3-1. Yeah. Well, they all say horses for courses, so there are always teams that you have a problem with.
But tonight, it's not the people you would think he'd have a problem with.
No, pitch is low, so Casas walks again. And Boston puts the go-ahead run at first base. Susan, I was sitting at an old-timers day, this is way back, but I was broadcasting the Yankees in the 90s, I guess, early 90s, mid-90s. And I was sitting at a table, and among the people there were one of my heroes from my youth, the soft-throwing left-hander, Eddie Lopat, who won a lot of big games for the Yanks. There was an author who once said Rashi, Reynolds, and Lopat is the reason the Yankees won 5 straight World Series. Anyway, Lopat was just, pitch is high. The Refsnyder, he was just, chewing the fat, and he said, Cleveland was our big competitor. I could just toss my glove on the hill and beat them. He said, Philly and Washington were awful. I could never beat them. Wow. I remember that. That happens. Yeah. Refsnyder is over, too. He's a right-hand hitter, 1-0 with Casas at first. Marinaccio normally doesn't have control troubles. The 1-0. There's a strike. Fastball outside corner, 1-1. Now, here's the 1-1. And there's strike. Well, that I didn't know it was 103. That's where Cole was at 103, so he wasn't coming back anyway.
Right. Well, I would hope he would have enough control to not get himself kicked out of the game if he was actually coming back.
Yeah. 1-2 on Refsnyder. And the right-hander deals, and it's cut on that miss. So Refsnyder strikes out, and there's one away.
Jonathan Loizaga's just started to throw.
So we're seeing a padded Marinaccio in the 7th, Loizaga in the 8th. Who would pitch the 9th? This Cole pitched Holmes pitched 2 innings yesterday.
That's a really good question.
Here's the lefty hitting catcher, Reese McGuire. And Marinaccio throws to first, although Casas, first of all, is on the bag. Secondly, Casas, I figure, is not a base stealer because he's about 6'5", 250.
Big guy. Big guy.
Now, the pitch to McGuire is a breaking ball high. McGuire has flied out and grounded into a double play. Now, here's the 1-0. And the breaking ball is a strike, 1-1. Is that guy reading a book?
Well, he's just telling everybody that Garrett Cole is 4 now behind Ron Guidry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you did earlier.
But
the 1-1. Cut on a foul tip.
Well, he was 12 behind. Now he's 4 behind.
He'll get it on his next start. His next start will be, this is what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. His next start will be Wednesday in Toronto.
And hopefully, unless
they clinch beforehand.
Well, unless he's fined or suspended for yelling.
Oh. Didn't think of that. 1-2 coming to McGuire. And the pitch cut on him. Struck him out swinging. It was a fastball 94 2-way. The Somerset Patriots are headed to the championship series. The championship push prospect report brought to you by Clinton Honda. Today's featured top prospect, number 2 prospect, Jason Dominguez. Follow the Patriots in the Eastern League Championship Series beginning Saturday, September 24th, with home games starting at TD Bank Ballpark on Tuesday, September 27th. Congratulations to Somerset, moving up in the playoffs to the championship round. Pitch is grounded toward the middle, fielded by Torres, who throws to first in time. And that gets Chang on the 4-3. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 left. At the end of 6.5, we're tied at 4 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
You know those headlines that make you stop scrolling and actually read an article? I'm Mike Rogers. Those are the kinds of stories I'm diving into on my podcast, Something Off Beat, like the caterpillar infestation in Maine that had us rethinking our relationship with insects.
We were talking about a time 300 million years ago, if you can imagine. There was a dragonfly. It had a 2-foot wingspan.
Just search for Something Off Beat in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
MLB Network is back in action for the new season.
Let me get a little more.
And we've got 2 new shows to prove it. At 3 Eastern, sit back and celebrate the game in a new way with Off Base.
Taking this thing to an entirely different level.
Then at 5 Eastern, get all the baseball and betting news on Pregame Spread.
We'll look at baseball from a wide lens, maybe stumble into a few laughs.
So get a little more this season. Weekdays on MLB Network. Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Alanis Morissette.
When it first started, I would have my nightly panic attacks, but then I started getting really curious about all the sensations. Like, I just really started looking at, okay, so chest is, I got really kind of granular in observing the details of what was really going on with the breath. It's just survival strategy. It's cortisol cooking nonstop. Chronic stress is trauma.
More at imlistening.org. Talk saves lives.
The 7th inning stretch is brought to you by New York Presbyterian. See the pros see New York Presbyterian is the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Stay amazing, New York Presbyterian. The new pitcher is the hard-throwing Caleb Port. Comes up. Here it is. Hit it.
Zach Kelly goes an inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. But most relief pitchers just pitch 1 inning at a time now.
Yep. 20 games for Ort, 1-2, 5.79 ERA. Opponents hitting .309 off him, 23 in the 3rd innings, 29 hits. And here's your 22 strikeouts, 14 walks. ERA of 5.79.
Now we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We are tied at 4. It'll be Gonzalez, Hicks, and then Aaron Judge. Gonzalez has struck out and walked, and the pitch is high, 1-0. Now the 1-0. There's a breaking ball strike from Ort, and the count 1-1. The 1-1 is cut on him, missed 1-2. Get the power of professional painting, CertaPro painters. The Power Pro. 3 home runs in the game. Tommy Pham hit his 17th. Alex Verdugo hit his 10th for Boston. Aaron Hicks hit his 8th for the Yanks. 1-2 is swung on and popped up off third. And Devers, fair territory, makes the catch, 1 away.
Ford's fastball is about 96. He uses it most of the time, almost 60% of the time. He does have a slider, and every now and then he'll throw in a change, but mostly fastball.
So the batter is Aaron Hicks. And who is on deck? Oh, that's Aaron Judge. And who's on deck? Brought to you by On Deck. America's largest online small business lender. Apply today at ondeck.com. Hicks fouls it off third base side out of play.
It's 30 years old.
It'll be an 0-1. Hicks stepped down for a moment. Now the 0-1 is low, 1-1. Hicks had a big night. He homered for the first run and then had a ribby single when the Yankees took a 4-1 lead. Then an inning later, Verdugo tied it up with a 3-run home run. 1-1 is outside, 2-1. Now here's the 2-1. Up high fastball, 3-1. One out, no one on in the Yankees' seventh. Pitch foul back by Hicks, 3-2. The ball game is tied at 4.
Now he got that one up to 98.
Now, here's the payoff pitch to Hicks. Grounded foul outside of first. Susan gave you the numbers on Ort. If you have 20 strikeouts and 14 walks, you walk a lot of people. Well, let's see if he throws another strike to Hicks, 3-2. You know he wants to. With Judge on deck. Here's the payoff. And it's foul, third base side out of play. Now, once again, it'll be a 3-2 to Hicks. And the pitch is strike 3 at the knees. So there are 2.
98.
Well, here's Aaron Judge, and that means the 47,000 people or so in the stadium have to stand up.
Oh, they want to anyway. It's cold.
And they are. Judge has struck out, flied out, and struck out. There are 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Game tied at 4. Pitch. Line, there's a base hit to left field. It's a dumb thing for me to say, but I'll say it anyway. His swing looks so much better this year.
Yeah.
What a beautiful level swing.
And he's really taking what he's gotten rid of, that that launch angle thing that everybody had. He's just squaring up the ball. And you take what they give you. That was right at the knees.
So the go-ahead runs at first base, Judge. And here is Giancarlo, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Judge leads off first. And the pitch cut on him. He just swung at a slider that was in the dirt and well off the plate.
that's when I kind of agree that you make up your mind, you think it's going to be something and it's not.
Judge leads off first. And the 0-1, strike fastball, 0-2.
That was 99. That's what he did. He did start off Gonzalez and Hicks with sliders, but going right after both Judge and Stanton with hard fastballs, 98, and that one was 99.
Now here's the 0-2 to Stanton. And the pitch is up and in. And the count 1-2.
No, that was 101, and that was up and in. And I understand that's something. He didn't do that on purpose, but that's 101. The ball slips out, and you have no idea where it's going. That's not a little curveball that might hit him. That's scary.
Well, and don't forget, Stanton has already been hit that way. It was years ago in Florida. Here's the 1-2. With Judge off first and 2 outs in the 7th. And Orr takes 2 on. Now here's the 1-2. And the pitch is low and away, 2-2. As you can expect, the outfield playing very deep for Stanton. They don't shift. They're playing him straight up, but the third baseman and the shortstop basically have their feet on the outfield grass. So does the second baseman. It'll be a 2-2 to Giancarlo. And the pitch, check swing, foul back.
Trying to get out of the way. That was 100 miles an hour, and he's trying to get out of the way when he hit it.
And to keep you up to date, Toronto came back with 2, so that game is tied at 6. On the top of the 6th. Here, we're in the bottom of the 7th. Game is tied at 4. Judge, the base runner, with 2 outs. And a 2-2 coming to Stanton. Struck him out swinging, slider down and away. So for the Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. All tied at 4 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
My world is about making the play.
My world is all about keeping you informed.
My world is about the perfect cut.
Illinois Media School
makes my world possible.
If you have a passion for media, on air or behind the scenes, Illinois Media School can give you the hands-on training you need in as little as 8 months. You can get paid to create. Call now and learn from the pros to be a pro. Visit beonair.com or call 630-916-1700. 630-916-1700.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Your business is important to you. And the best way to improve your business is to improve the lives of your people. UKG develops HR and workforce management solutions designed to take care of your employees. Because when they feel supported, connected, and appreciated, your business will transform from a workplace into a work of art. UKG. Our purpose is people.
Well, we go to the 8th. Yanks have a new pitcher, Jonathan Loaizaga. Marinaccio won an inning. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Now here is Loaizaga. It's the top of the order for Boston. And here is Kiki Hernandez to lead it off. Kiki 2 for 3 on the night. Single and a double. 3 infielders on the left side. And Loaizaga deal, slider outside, and we're underway in the top of the 8th.
Okay.
The 4th time.
Yeah,
hey, here's the 1-0. Grounded at third. Donaldson, the long throw is in time, 1 away. Donaldson was deep behind third and right on the line. That is a long throw, and he made it perfectly, 1 away.
This Walk Around the League update is brought to you by Total Ortho Express, where you can just walk in. No appointment needed. As John said a little while ago, Toronto just got 2 in the 6th. All tied up 6-6. Toronto and Tampa Bay, they're in Tropicana. The only home run, Randy Arozarena had a 3-run shot in the 5th, his 20th. And that's it. Baltimore has a 6-0 lead over Houston, top of the 8th. Baltimore. Houston's already clinched. They're just...
Here is Rafael Devers, and he fouls the back of the screen.
Texas is leading Cleveland 2-1, bottom of the 4th. And Kansas City leading Seattle 3-1, bottom of the 5th in KC. Mets are at Oakland. They'll start at 9:40. Atlanta and Philly. Philadelphia's beating up on Atlanta 9-0.
And here's the 0-1 to Devers. Pitch outside, 1-1. Devers has struck out twice and walked. But the walk was a big thing because Hernandez had doubled in front of him. And then after an out, Verdugo hit the 3-run home run to tie the game. Yankees had a 4-1 lead. So 1-1 to the left-hand hitting Devers. And the pitch fastball inside. And the count 2-1.
Oh.
One out, no one on. We're in the top of the 8th. The game is tied at 4. Now the Loaizaga is set to go, and the right-hander will deal 2-1 to Devers. And he hits a ground ball to first. Gonzalez flips. Loaizaga steps on the bag. And that play goes 3-1 to well, 2 down. Here's Tommy Pham. The game summary brought to you by the Mount Sinai Health System. We found a way. Pham homered. It was 1-0 Boston. That was in the first. In the third, Hicks homered to tie it at 1. Yanks went ahead in the 5th. As Kiner left a single, Gonzalez walked. Hicks singled for a run to make it 2-1. And with 2 outs, Torres hit a 2-run double to make it 4-1. And then in the 6th inning, a double, a walk, and a 2-out, 3-run home run by Verdugo. Here we are, tied at 4 in the 8th. 2 outs, no one on. And the pitch to Pham is a slider outside, 1-0. Now the 1-0 coming to Pham. There's a strike, another slider, and the count 1-1. Pham homered, flied out, and struck out. Well, here's the 1-1. Strike, fastball at the knees. 1-2. Now here's the 1-2 to Pham. And he lays off a breaking ball away. 2-2. Now here's Loizaga's 2-2 to Pham. Grounded to third foul. So we'll have another 2-2. Vote Jose Trevino for the 2022 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One, which recognized players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLB.com/Clemente21. All right, here's the 2-2. And the pitch low, 3-2.
And if you haven't read what Jose Trevino has done and the different charities that he has started and the different things, it's quite spectacular what he has done in different areas. It's probably not a good time to start this, but over the weekend we finished this one group that was here.
Well, here's the 3-2 coming to Pham. And the pitch is grounded to first. In just a fair ball, and Gonzalez steps right on the bag to end the inning. So Loizaga has a 1-2-3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The game tied at 4 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Odyssey knows that football fans can't get enough football. That's why we've got nonstop football coverage on the free Odyssey app. Podcasts and live shows dedicated to every pro team. NFL play-by-play and enough game talk for the most diehard fans. Local radio stations talking football, interviews with star players and coaches, and football fans being fans.
What kind of play calling was that?
Listen to everything you love about football, live and on demand with the free Odyssey app. Get in the game and download today.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick 1 or 2 players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
Looking for stories about the Black community and you don't want to wait until, February? Then check out Beyond Black History Month, the podcast that tells inclusive stories year-round. Like how today's labor movement is connected to the civil rights movement, and why Black neighborhoods keep getting hit with water crisis after water crisis.
We're still being charged for water that we can't use.
Listen and subscribe to Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Well, the new pitcher is the lefty, Matt Strom. He's been on the injured list. He's been back 13 games since returning. He's got a 2.92 ERA. An opponent's hitting 119. Interesting about Strom, does not give up home runs to lefties.
The pitch there is a strike to Gleyber Torres.
The last lefty, John, that he gave a home run up to was in 2020, and it was Joey Gallo.
All right. Well, he's facing nothing but right-hand hitters here. The 0-1 inside. Torres has ground out, walked, and hit a 2-run double. Scorcher down the left field line. The ball game tied at 4. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Torres, Donaldson, and Cabrera. And here's the 1-1. Fastball. Did he go? Nope. Just checked his swing and the count 2-1.
Come on out to the stadium Friday, September 30th for the final home series of the regular season. And it's Garrett Cole bobblehead night. The first 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Garrett Cole bobblehead courtesy of T-Mobile. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com/tickets.
Now, there's the 2-1. Caught on a missed high fastball, 2-2.
That's only 91. Looks a little like Randy Johnson. Long hair, kind of scraggly looking. Doesn't throw like Randy Johnson.
No, he's tall and slim.
Yeah. With that hair hanging out, looks kind of scraggly.
Now the 2-2 is strike 3 called, inside corner, 1 away.
And he's throwing nothing but fastballs, moving the fastball around. Labor's talking to himself. 94 miles an hour, right in the inside corner, as John said.
Now 1 away. And here is Josh Donaldson.
Well, since there's nobody warming up, you would assume that Jonathan Loizaga comes back out there, right?
Yeah, pitch. There's a strike to Donaldson. Yeah, you figure if someone was coming in, they would start warming up on a cold night like this, especially.
He was quite effective, didn't throw a lot of pitches.
Now here's the 0-1. Cut on him. This and the count 0-2. Strom with 1 out, no one on, ready to deal 0-2. And Donaldson fouls it back to the screen.
Just fouled it back to protect it. I think Donaldson just turned to Brian Knight, so was that a strike? Sometimes you can't tell it's coming in. Harrison Bader is on deck.
Well, here's the 0-2. Hot ground ball to short. Chang fields, throws across, 2-away. So Harrison Bader is going to hit right-hand hitter for Cabrera, which I think will tell you that they like Cabrera more as a left-hand hitter.
And after the 3 days he's had in the field, he's getting a nice round of applause.
Reese McGuire goes out to the mound to chat with Strom how to pitch to Bader.
When I had him on the field last night as I started the game, I said, so how do you, he's from here, obviously, but how do you like your first Yankee Red Sox series as a player? He said, it's a lot better than sitting in the stands.
Bader, with the Cardinals this year, had 5 home runs. He also was out injured a lot. He's a right-hand hitter, and the pitch is inside 1-0.
He also, what we've just seen just very little of him. He certainly seems to have a good idea of the strike zone also. Boy, he shines his own defense.
Now here's the 1-0. And the pitch is low, 2-0. You know what he is? He's fundamentally sound. And you know he's a great athlete. And it sticks out. And he's not an All-American out. He's not a bad hitter. Not a great hitter, but not a bad hitter. 2-0. And the pitch is outside 3-0. I would tell you this, if Bader gets on, he probably will run. Of course, there's a left-hander on the mound that might cut down running. Now, here's the 3-0. And the pitch inside. Isn't that odd? He walked him on 4 straight.
It is very odd. Very strange. And 2 relatively easy outs. And walks Bader on 4. It's funny. So one of the reporters, John, had said to Harrison Bader, you know, the guy, the fans, they boo and all that. And he said, I was one of them. You don't have to tell me. Grew up in Bronxville, was here a lot as a kid.
Well, here is Trevino. I think Bader had 15 stolen bases, and he really didn't play very well. He played, but then he got hurt and he didn't play at all. Well, here is Trevino with 2 outs and a runner at first. And the pitch there is a strike, 0-1.
And the injury was plantar fasciitis, and so that cuts down when you're running besides playing.
-1 coming to Trevino. The pitch is high. There's no shift. They play Trevino straight away, and they should because he hits the ball to all fields. Bader leads off first. It'll be a 1-1 to Trevino, and the pitch foul back.
Doesn't look like a lot of people have left, John.
Well, they shouldn't because the judge from here is the 4th batter due. So if someone gets on, he might.
If nothing else, the 9th inning. It should be very dramatic.
Well, there's a 1-2 to Trevino. And they pick him off. And the ball's thrown away down the right field line. Bader will easily go to third. So they had him picked. And the throw was a bad throw. And it went down the right field line. So Bader went all the way to third.
You know, I almost had wished that they hadn't thrown it down the line because I want to see what Bader can do because he has really strange slides. And it looked like it had him picked, but you really wonder. That was a bad throw by Strom. He had to go and get it. Casas had to go and get it and then throw. But Bader, I would have loved to see what he did, what he would do to try and get into second base.
So Bader at third. There are 2 outs, so a run would score. Obviously on a hit, maybe on a mistake, error, pass, ball, wild pitch, that kind of thing. So they're having another meeting at the mound. Trevino's the guy who puts the bat on the ball. He's behind on the count 1 and 2, but there's a chance.
Isn't it odd that pitchers do that all the time?
All the time. Boy, that's true. Make him throw. Yankees have the lead run 90 feet away. Here's the 1-2. Swung on in line. There's a base hit. Center field. That's Jose Trevino. Harrison Bader scores. The Yankees take a 5-4 lead. And you know, Susan, we're never surprised when Trevino does that. He doesn't take big swings. He puts the bat on the ball.
And he does it when there's men on. And he reminds me so much. John, you remember when Jose Molina used to do that all the time? People would be on, just regular. He wouldn't get a lot of hits. But when he's told to do something or needs to get someone in, he was able to do it. And that was what Trevino does. So valuable to this team.
Well, the Yankees have a 5-4 lead. Here's kind of Falefa. And the pitch low. I always love it when people predict baseball. You can't predict this sport. I don't care. You could be Joe Torre, Tony La Russa, whoever. They can't predict it. 2 outs, no one on. Bader comes up to pinch hit for Cabrera and draws a walk. Then they pick him off and throw the ball away, and he goes to third, and Trevino singles him in. Here's the 1-0. Let's pop foul first base out. So the Yanks have a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th.
And that's exactly how we drew it up, right? I'm sure that's exactly what Aaron Boone was thinking. Bader was going to pitch hit, walk, and on an error go to third, and then Trevino was going to drive him in.
Trevino's 41st RBI. Yanks now with a 5-4 lead. And Susan mentioned it before. Strom's 1-1 high. There's no one warming in the bullpen, so please, Jonathan Loizaga is pitching tonight. At least he's starting tonight. There is the 2-1. And the pitch is grounded foul. A 2-2 on Isaiah. The Yankees with the 5-4 lead as we play at the bottom of the 8th. And there's the 2-2. And the pitch low, 3-2. If kind of Falefa gets on, the Yankees could actually send up Rizzo for Gonzalez and have him go to first base. Well, let's see what Booney does. First of all, it'll be a 3-2. And the pitch is low, ball 4. So kind of Falefa walks.
Now Alex Cora is going to the pen as Dave Bush goes out to talk to Strom. All this with 2 outs. He struck out Torres, got Donaldson on a grounder. Then the walk to Bader. Bader was talking to me last night about small ball, National League small ball.
Well, that small ball, they picked him off, threw the ball away. He goes to third, and Trevino singles him in.
That's pretty small ball last night, too. Edward Rosario is up in the Red Sox pen.
Well, here's Gonzalez, a switch hitter batting right. And the Yanks have 2 on and 2 out. They have a run in to take a 5-4 lead. And the pitch there is a strike to Gonzalez. Have you said, well, they wouldn't send up Rizzo. There's a left-hander. He hits lefties. He gets base hits against lefties all the time, Rizzo. Anyway, here's Gonzalez, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Scored a run. And the pitch is high, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2.
Jonathan Loizaga just threw a whole bottle of water over his head like it's 95 degrees out. It is freezing. Do you see that? Yeah, my goodness.
It'd be a 1-2 to Gonzalez. You do see that. Pitchers especially. I guess they get heated on the mound.
Well, when it's 100 degrees, no, when it's 40.
That's right. 1-2 coming to Gonzalez. And the pitch inside. Almost hit him. The count 2-2.
You talk about an inning getting away from the pitcher. And all this with, as I said, all this with 2 outs, and you got Torres and Donaldson pretty easily.
And you got the big hitters out, that's for sure. Then he also threw the ball away trying to pick off Bader. Here is the 2-2. Struck him out swinging to end the inning. But the Yankees get the go-ahead run. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 really big error, and 2 men left on. Now, at the end of 8 innings of play, it's 5-4 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
MLB Network brings you closer to the game. Watch MLB Tonight, baseball's show of record for breakdowns, analysis, and look-ins to live games.
Oh, Harold, will it get down? It will.
Then Quick Pitch zips through the highlights from every game and gives you a look ahead, all in one lightning-fast hour.
Another historic performance on Wednesday night.
Watch MLB Tonight every night and Quick Pitch late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network. Go to MLBnetwork.com to find your channel number.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Now we go to the 9th inning, and before we do, 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
WFAN and WFAN FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
To the 9th, and Verdugo swings and misses. Jonathan Loaisiga in the 2nd inning of relief. He had a 1-2-3 last inning, Hernandez, Devers, and Pham. Now Verdugo, Martinez, and Casas, lefty, righty, lefty. Yankees with a 5-4 lead can cut their magic number down to 5. Now here's the 0-1 to the left-hand hitting Verdugo. There's a strike. Verdugo got the big blow in the game, a 3-run home run that tied the game with 2 outs in the 6th off Cole. Yankees were up 4-1 at the time. Anyway, the Yankees have a 5-4 lead as we hit the 9th inning. Verdugo 2 for 3 on the night. He's a good hitter. Not a home run hitter, but a good line drive gap hitter. Pitch is caught on him. Miss, struck him out swinging, 1 away. And by the way, that pitch was the change by Loaisiga. And a guy who throws as hard as Loaisiga, everything hard, fastball, slider. So the change is a great pitch for him. Still working on it. That's the 11th strikeout for Yankee pitching. Oh, they're 2 outs away. And here is J.D. Martinez, who is 0 for 3. And Loaisiga deals foul back. And the count is 0-1. That'll be an 0-1 to Martinez. He's a right-hand hitter. And Loizaga deals a ground ball base hit in the shortstop hole to left field, just past the dive of Donaldson. So the tying runs at first base with 1 out. Now that'll bring up the big rookie first baseman, Tristan Casas. Meanwhile, they'll get a runner in for Martinez, who doesn't run at all. Now, Bobby Dahlbeck will run. So if Boston ties the game or goes ahead, then Dahlbeck would play first base, so they don't use up 2 players. Casas, a big lefty hitter. And Loizaga deals, and it's fouled away, 0-1. A left-hand hitter, Abraham Almonte. Well, he's a switch hitter, but he would hit lefty against Loizaga. Almonte is on deck. He would pinch it for Ref Snyder, lefty-righty. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the top of the 9th. Yankees with a 5-4 lead. And the pitch cut on him. Missed 0-2. After the game, stay tuned for the Local 3 IBEW and NECA Yankee postgame show with Sweeney Murphy. Loizaga ahead on the count, 0-2. Dahlbeck, short lead off first. And the pitch is low outside, 1-2. Now here's the 1-2. Pitch low, 2-2. Casas had stepped out of the box, now back in. And it'll be a 2-2 from Loizaga. Dahlbeck, a very short lead at first. Pitch swung on and ripped to right field. There's a base hit. Judge fires back in. I didn't mention Bader went to center to begin the inning, and Judge moved over to right. So Boston has first and second and 1 out. And here is Matt Blake to come to the mound. One thing different, everybody's wearing heavy jackets. That's one thing. Susan, are you there? Well, by her silence, I figure she's not there. So there'll be another pinch runner, this one for Casas. Now, Connor Wong, the catcher, is running at first base. So 2 runners, 2 pinch runners are on the base. First and second, a base hit ties it. Lou Trevino up in the Yankee bullpen. And the pinch hitter is Abraham Almonte, a switch hitter batting left. Tying run at second, lead run at first with 1 out in the 9th, and the pitch is cut on him next. Runners lead at first and second with one man out. Yankees have a 5-4 lead, obviously in jeopardy. And the pitch to Almonte, strike on the inside corner on the count 0-2. The on-deck hitter is a left-hand hitter, Reese McGuire. Yankee infield at normal depth as they play back, hoping to get a double play ground ball. No shift, which I think is a good thing. Now, runners lead first and second, one out. We're in the top of the ninth inning. The Yanks have a 5-4 lead, and the Loaisiga will deal 0-2 to Almonte, and the pitch foul back. Bobby Dahlbeck, the runner at second. And Connor Wong, the runner at first. There's one out. They're on the top of the ninth. Yankees clinging to a 5-4 lead. And the pitch is strike three called at the knees. So it comes down to the 27th out. Left-hand hitting Reese McGuire is 0 for 3 on the ninth. He had a big 3-run home run against the Yankees last night. So the Yankees are one little out away from knocking their magic number down to 5. Runners lead first and second with 2 out. The Yankees are playing Torres out in the outfield, get more range on either side. Pitch to McGuire, hit on the ground at first. On his way to first, Gonzalez touches the bag. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Now in the ninth inning, for the Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. And the Yankees win the game 5-4, and the number 5 is ever present for the Yanks. Their magic number is 5. Any combination of Toronto losses and Yankee wins adding to 5, and they clinch first. One thing I will tell you, they've taken it off the scoreboard. But Tampa, tied at 6 in the bottom of the 8th, had first and second and no one out when last I left. Today's Yankee win, sponsored by Storage Blue. With free pickup and their lowest price guarantee, there's no need to store anywhere else. Storage Blue, the cheapest self-storage. Susan's star of the game is sponsored by Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all.
Okay, John, my star of the game is Aaron Hicks. Quite a little turnaround for you. Congratulations, your 100th career home run. Yeah. But it's so funny because for years and years I've said about these fans, they're waiting to cheer. All you have to do is give them some. You got a big smile on your face, so it's a little different for you. How good did you feel out there today?
I felt good, especially go out there first at bat, hit a homer, and then come up there a little bit later and get another one. So it felt good, 2 RBI day for myself, and I'm pretty excited and ready to keep it going.
The thing that's interesting, you got a lot of things going in here. I love Harrison Bader comes here, and all of a sudden everyone's playing small ball when he's up.
Yeah, he came up there with a big walk right there to lead us off, and then ended up, doing his thing.
When you guys, I got to ask you about Aaron Judge, because everybody is concentrating on that, and he's concentrating on winning. Is it not hard, but is it really strange for you guys, because all people want to see is him up there? You're trying to win a game to win the division.
Yeah, but, it just comes with it. He's chasing history, and we love watching it, and, just as much as everybody else here is watching the game, we're watching it, we're watching his at-bats as well. So, and we're excited for him.
Nice to get some cheers for you, right, Aaron?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, John, we'll throw it back upstairs to you.
And we'll get back with more from Yankee Stadium. Yankees win at 5-4. Back with more in a moment on the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network, driven by Jeep.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Fantasy football leagues are won on the waiver wire, and with trades, and with savvy starter sit decisions. The Fantasy Football Today podcast will help you along the way with the best advice on how to manage your team and dominate your league. With 8 episodes per week, Fantasy Football Today is the only resource you'll need. Start sit, grade the trade, fantasy cops to settle your league disputes, and so much more. Check out Fantasy Football Today anywhere podcasts are found.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower. At Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.